Hey y'all, Jessie Kaylin coming at you with another pick a card spread, this time inspired for romance. So we're getting a look into that aspect of life, alright? And so if you want a personal reading or Reiki healing session with me, send me an email. All of the instructions will be down below. My work is donation based, so pay what you can, if you can, when you receive the service or whenever you're comfortable doing an exchange, okay? You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram for daily card pulls, and yeah, I'm gonna tilt you down. I think that's it. No, what am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, yeah, I would like to remind people of the live full moon reading event in Capricorn. This is going up on Tuesday. That's happening on Thursday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, my time, okay? So you can Google the things and compare and see when to best meet up if you want a chance for a live personal card for the coming full moon. That's what the new moon and full moon are going to be about. It's going to be more about honoring the moon and the frequencies and the tugs. So at first there will be a communal, a collective reading, and then you can get a chance to see what the full moon has to bring you. All right, so if you have a question about a personal relationship or what have you, you can always send me an email. You can always get a reading. No problem. It's no problem. Come on in. Step into my office. All right, so I'm going to drop you down here and let you gravitate. I have some rose quartz out, and that's partly why I decided to do this reading, because rose quartz has been finding me, and I've been, healing myself, and I feel more at a positive frequency to be able to do a love reading. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibe. So 1, 2, and 3. All right. So pause if you need more time. I'm going to pop you back up. Oh, I should mention that, we are using the Shadowscapes Tarot by Stephanie Poole-Min-Law. We are using the Gaia Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, and the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Okay. So group 1, here we go. Okay. Awesome. So you have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. You have harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity. And you have the devil reversed. And then it's really funny because just the way I pick it up, that's the way the story is layered. So the devil in reverse, you are starting to see past the illusion. You are detangling yourself from the vines that want to keep you where you are and choke the life out of you. You are running away toward a clearing, okay? You have to fight for your right kind of deal. And you may feel at odds with yourself, but that's not necessarily the case. No. I'm feeling like even if it was yourself that held you back or circumstances, whatever the case may be, your ego is surging through this adventurous detangling of problems, of that which is, of unnecessary involvements. Okay, so a lot of drama, a lot of gossip, a lot of bullshit that y'all are just leaving behind. You don't have to be a part of that. That's other people's illusions. Those are other people's worlds. In order for you to have a strong 3D effect of turning of events, you have to take your internal world and make a decision to turn against your current circumstance, which is illusion. All right? Getting you to a place in your center of harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity. You need to find an equilibrium. You need to get to a space that is approachable and warm and inviting. You need to self-soothe with divine love, learning how to channel it for yourself so that you may be a channeler of it to other people. And once you get that going, you will experience a flow of people. Now, they are showing me a gradient effect. So as soon as you start to turn it on, people will come to you. Take responsibility for what lessons you choose to learn at those points and times, because you can continue, instead of letting other people drink from your newly opened faucet, you can continue to open it and open it and open it for yourself. So getting to this place of harmony, to get to a place of calm equilibrium where love is able to sort of tiptoe in and is like, is it safe to come around now? Because whether you knew it or not, you've been in an energetic state of repel, of agitation. You were agitated, so you held it as at arm's length, even if you are attached, right? It's all about the quality of that connection. So if you're drawn to this message, that's the frequency you're putting off, and that's why you are facing frustrations in your romantic life, in your love life, in that it's all connected. You know, the romance is just laser pointed focus of society because it keeps our mind occupied instead of getting to bigger and better, more self-aware, self-empowering concerns. They, with the capital T, don't want you to be like that. They want you to be submissive. So in your natural agitative state is like, don't suppress me, don't suppress me. And that's from societal conditioning. And you don't want to bring that energy into your romantic bubble. No, 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 no. You want the bed to be a space of love. You don't want to bring that sort of agitation, right? And that's a conscious choice and something that you are going to be living through. And you should be willing, if God should test you, with temptations, you know, it's all about how serious are you to your own growth and to the love that you actually deserve. That's what you should self-examine anytime people flock to you. What is it that I deserve? What will bring me harmony? How will I best be able to harmonize with this? If my true self, if my true voice doesn't feel like it's at harmony with what is happening here, you know, how can I remove myself to a place where they're playing a melody where my natural instrument is just in perfect harmony with them? You see what I'm saying? Okay. And then that playfulness. Okay. So this is the way, it's a perspective that you would do well to take for the development, like when you turn the shades, when you turn the lens into a certain hue, it changes the scene. You know, if you're in the film industry or pay attention or really like cinematography, you know it's all about that visualization. We are addicted to visual stimuli. All right. So if you can put a different colored lens over the scene of your love life and apply, and it's like, okay, now switch characters. You are no longer a bitter 40-year-old who's been jaded by experience. You are 16, you are 10 years old again. It is first love, baby. You know, so have fun with that, okay? Like, try the scene that way, sort of deal. Bring playfulness about your own self and about your own situation. It's like, oh, you know what? This ain't so bad. How can I have fun in this moment? How can I expand my childlike mind's eye? How can I play pretend? Guess what? That's how you manifest. You make believe something into existence. All right. And so it is going to take you some time to tear yourself away from an environment that drains your energy to the point where you don't have the time or the safe zone in your mind. Like, as soon as you start thinking a good thought, maybe in your direct environment, somebody would sense that and they would come in and interrupt the moment unbeknownst to them. People are just players in the game, okay? And if they are not in control of their place on the board, other creatures are. They will come in and they will take that space. I've been a victim of having some control over my body. I allowed my ego, like this body was, I developed in this body, and then I wasn't behind the wheel a lot of the time. I dissociated so much. Sharing my story, but it's not necessarily about that. It's kind of like when you allow creatures like this to happen, you stay in a frustrated state. That's not of your true self, right? If you are caught in a trap, in the vine of being frustrated, getting quickly angered, or blaming people inside your heart, if you're washing dishes and you're thinking to yourself and you're throwing blame on other people, all right, that's not a frequency of love. That's not a vibration of love. And that's not playful. That's attack mode. So, you know, if you can get to a point in your own mind where you have to accept your current circumstance, first off, you have to accept your current circumstance, then you have to be real with yourself about how that current circumstance happened, because you made believe your current reality in your past. You're catching up to a ripple effect that you put into the belief system, Okay, so if you can change your ripple effect, if you can start casting your pebbles on a different side of the lake, your ripples will have a different effect in a different landscape. Okay, so that's how y'all can help your love life. Thank you so much for being here. If you are popping off now, if you chose number 1 and decided to bon voyage, and I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, group 2. Hold up, group 2, hold on. Clickety-clang. Wow. Excellent. Y'all are going through a purging process. Okay, you got release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. You have the search, feeling lost, confused, and lonely. But holla, you got King of Pentacles. All right, so the story goes, darling. Releasing your ex, the time has come to clear your energy. Past experiences are not going to repeat themselves, but they will repeat themselves if you do not press the brakes and review your actions and your choices. Do not, I repeat, do not run away from the responsibility of the 50% that is your participation in how that relationship went down. That's how you release. You forgive them for their part as you learn why you did your part. If you tried very hard, if you gave and you gave and you gave, and they just took and took and took, and yes, you were right to break off that relationship, but when you do it and you make it all about them, you will repeat the pattern. You see what I'm saying? When we say release your ex, it's not just about that one person that you may have had your time spent on. The time has come to clear your energy. What attracted to you this person? Why did you decide time after time after time to put your energy in if you weren't getting anything back? Oh, what's the pattern there? All right. Now that's just an example. This is a general reading. I can channel another situation. Here we go. All right. So you're sitting at a bar, and I feel like this is more for the ladies, but this applies to men as well. The vision just went both ways. All right. So you're sitting at a bar, and it's a first date. And perhaps, I mean, in the world of internet dating, the whole point of profiles is to give you an idea. It's the introduction. It's the first, the first impression, right? So, but that's really only half true because they get to decide what to put out there. It has really nothing to do about your perception. So it's a much more, you know, the vibes aren't there. It's just interdimensional, you know, kind of like this relationship, which, you know, hi, I love you. Thank you for being with me. This is a wonderful medium for myself. It was just parallel. So, I went off on a tangent and then I forgot the slate was wiped clean. So, at a bar. And this person comes up and you have an immediate reaction, one way or another. Any reaction you have to them is authentic, right? And then after a few minutes, we'll say 10, 15 minutes in, the conversation's going, you're allowing this person in your close space, you're sitting together, your auras are sharing, okay? They are overlapping, you are absorbing their energy and you're gaining a feel for it, all right? Then what does your instinct tell you? Do you then keep overriding or do you trust your gut in the beginning? Your angels are encouraging you to follow that first instinct because the more you allow yourself to follow into a pattern or allow a situation to unfold, like if you practice that in the beginning of the date, oh, it's all right. You're writing excuses because they're attractive or because you're lonely and you want to give a relationship, any relationship, a shot, right? Again, as the example, then it's hard for you to decipher what really resonates with you and what doesn't, because then you're just settling, you see? So that's something we can all relate to. That's a suffering that, you know, that's a blanket umbrella term. Oh my goodness, the door was closed. It's 444. Hold on. Angel, can you just please go to your spot? She's gonna go and bark. She's gotta go be a guardian. Hold on. You be good. You be good. So clear clearing your energy, the expectation of allowance, because if you allowed it in the beginning of the date and you're making those excuses, you very well may have a second date. Why? Because the time has come to clear your energy of a certain pattern that you have allowed. That is what this card is representational of. So that you can get to the search. 6, a number of, where is it? Divine love. There it is. When you see the number 666, do not be afraid. Holla at your boy Lucy for bringing you awareness that only love is real, and don't get so caught up in the 3D, honey. That's where the true hell is. Not a place where an angel is going to torture you. No, that's of your own construct. Okay, so this search is saying that you have the power to ascend beyond that. You have to get lost in order to be found again. It's a surrendering to this process. You don't know who you are anymore because you don't want to be who you've been, and you don't know who you are becoming. You are in this period of transition, and that's another thing about the number 6. It's like, okay, I was traveling around and now I'm not. I want to make a lesson full circle. It's following the gravity of the situation. And this is a lesson, right? Full circle. What can come full circle? Of course, it does not have to. You can keep it an open spiral and come to that pattern again and again and again. But what did we talk about? About releasing patterns. All right? All right. So the King of Pentacles, the time is to provide for yourself. Now, an excellent pastime. Why? And I love the artwork on this card. And please let me know if, like, you can't see the card or if I'm not holding it up right for long enough. Just, you know, criticism, I'll take it. So the King of Pentacles being to lay down your foundation, to apply your energy for yourself, saving your co-creative energy for yourself, applying it and blasting it through your root chakra, which requires your sacral chakra and solar plexus to be in healthy standing. It requires you to be able to flush and to focus on the 3D reality. The root chakra is what connects us to this earth. So if it's closed, you're going to get depressed because you're going to feel unconnected, and then you're not going to be able to receive things. So you're just going to be in this really shitty state. Been there, done that. Take it from me. Okay. So this King of Pentacles is focusing on your foundation, focusing on following your passions, making your passion your foundation. You know, it's not just about having a nice flow of income. It's about, do you want to change how that flow of income comes? Because don't you want to do something with your life? Don't you want to apply yourself every day? Don't you want your work to sing with your art that we all have inside of us? And this is the path you are taking. This is what you are discovering. This is what is going to lead you to a place of excitement and adventure when y'all are going to be ready for the dating game or ready to reconnect hearts. Because I'm sensing some perhaps troubled marriages, people you've made commitments to, people that, hold on. Yeah, people that are a part of your ripple effect, right? If you are in such a marriage, just know, you know, that like when you change your energy, when you decide to change, other people have the same option and give them a chance to change. Just saying. Why don't you start a ripple effect and then see what happens before giving up on it completely or letting it die slowly. Put some effort back into it. Okay, so that was a message that needed to come through. But when you are ready to, and if you currently are ready, yeah, okay. So coming at your love life with a sense of accomplishment, of adventure, it's really knowing who you are. And it's putting that on full blast. And it's going like, this is me. You best love this. Because I know I do. You feel me? You feel? Always good vibes, ain't it, baby? Yes. Yes. All right. So that is what you have about your love life, my darlings. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this helped y'all out. And if you decide to pop off, bon voyage. And I will talk to you later. Group 3. Every time I do group 3, it feels like you guys get extra cards. So hold on here. This is excellent. Okay. We are reading reverses today. Okay. I don't want y'all to get too excited because this is more of a message for you and yourself. Building that relationship with yourself, submerging in it. You really do need to know how to be married to yourself before you can get married to anybody else. So this is very applicable to your love life or lack thereof in this current moment. Because I do feel like I'm speaking to twin flames who are in separation. It's a very large energy. It's filled with faith. It's filled with this very deep understanding that you are not done molting yet as a little fledgling. This awakening that you have been experiencing, you are not ready yet. You may know who you're talking to. You may feel them off in the ether even if you've never met them. All right. But so you're getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. As you get to know yourself, trust that your divine counterpart on the other side of the world or in another state or just nearby, whatever, it does not matter. Because separation is an illusion between this sort of bond. So as you get to know yourself, the other person knows. They feel you are more at ease with yourself. So that will make it easier for them to be themselves around you. Because how often does humanity react to people who show change in this world? It's like, oh. And then we often feel, because I'm also experiencing the twin flame community and I'm vibing with y'all. Then we feel like it might be our fault or that there's something to be mirrored back at them. This life can be effortless the more you get to know yourself. Because the more that happens, the more spirit gives you people who reflect yourself. And the more you get to know yourself, the more you get to love yourself. Now that is going to take some patience, some linear time, all right? So much can happen in a month of moments. And you have to experience these moments accumulatively. All right, that's all. It's going to take some time. Get to know yourself. You're headed to the love that you deserve. You just have to finish molting, let your feathers come in, preen up a little bit, get real pretty bird. Because the time's going to come when you're going to be able to strut your stuff low. All right? You have the message, positive news and positive outcomes. So when it comes to your romantic life, even like just consider, I am picking up on twin flames, y'all, just like the two trees and the light of spirit in between. All right? So when it comes to your love life, this is destiny. You are experiencing your story that you signed up for. We are the wave. Do you know how much shit is on this earth? I bet you have an inkling because y'all are as sensitive as me and living this twin flame life, and you're here for a reason to receive this message, right? The people who first start cleaning up the mess, they got to roll up their elbows. They have to be willing to do this work because it's gross. You kind of have to love it. You have to love the purpose behind it in order to do it and take some on pleasure. Not everyone's going to do that. Not as we've been promoting in society anyhow. We don't advertise that one can get joy from shoveling shit in a barn. We just don't. It's something to be frowned upon in most cases. Maybe that's just my own personal soapbox, but no, they said the message needed to get out there, so that's cool. When it comes to your love life, group number 3, all right, when it comes to your love life, patience is key, and I'm asking because I'm just trying to separate my ego. I don't want to get too excited. I don't want to get caught up. I don't want to think that and then be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? But you may be receiving a message. This can come way of a dream. This can come way of an actual letter, be it in physical form, which is much more romantic, right? More tied to the earth than an email. But getting a text, getting something, perhaps a phone call, or just experiencing for the first time 5D communications. All right. So when it comes to this message, you will feel the other person's response. Divine timing is at play for it to represent itself in physical form. All right. The positive news is that you can communicate. The positive outcome, da, 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 da. I was singing the presidential. No, I wanted to da 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 da. All right, happy endings. That's where y'all are headed toward. That's the message. Positive outcome. So even though it may not be the best, but it is the best. You guys, I'm really feeling a turn for the Twin Flame Community Collective to just form solidly under true love. Because, here we go, continuing with your reading, and the extra cards here. Here I am going on about Twin Flames. I know that this one might be a longer message. But the Three of Swords reversed, Justice, and the Tower reversed. So the fact that we have Three of Swords and the Tower, two of the most jarring and least pleasant of cards that could be representational, it's reversed. Meaning in this context anyhow, as I am intuiting, a different perspective about the pains, about the tragedies. On the other side of it, looking up. Like this is in the past, y'all. This is in the world that we were once in, dropped down, and have been transformed enough to see that everything happens for a reason. That being deconstructed allows for a reconstruction here. And that's what this Justice card is all about in between. So we have, yes, the Three of Swords reversed, Justice, and then the Tower. So the Three of Swords reversed is owning your pain. Owning it. Why? So that you can change, so that you can transform a little bit, so that you can become better for it, so that you can grow in your compassion and your empathy for other people because you've healed from your pains and you are not going to spread around your pain anymore, as is often the reaction of humanity upon their fellow humans and anyone really. It's like, I'm in pain and I'm going to lash out and all of y'all are going to pay. You are stopping that, and you are owning your pain, and you are sitting with your pain, and you are healing with your pain. You think healing just you think people have this idea of healing like it's the absence of pain or the alleviating of pain. You wouldn't have healing without pain in the process in the first place. It's like the dark goddess and the creator of light. Which came first? The place that allowed space for the happening to happen. Right? So it is sitting in the darkness. It is going deep within your soul. It is healing wounds that you've decided that you carry with you. You are no longer a child. You are no longer at threat. At least if you're watching this video, I pray that you aren't. All right? So, any kind of wound you have is really you holding on to it. So this is a releasing of that wound. And then the Judgment card. As you do this, as this energy emits from you, as you make these decisions, you are changing your fates. You're being weighed. You're being measured. This is a time of change. This is a time of where do your loyalties lie? What belief are you choosing to put your weight in? Sorry, my dog is being a guardian, which honestly, she sees otherworldly creatures. It could be a good one. It could be a negative one. Interesting. My dog is barking at other people's energies from y'all watching this video, coming in, getting ready to fight me on the next message coming through. With the Tower reversed. Let me tell you, you deserve it. You are a beautiful, magical human being, filled with love, always coursing through your veins. Any clogs, anything happen, guess what? Energy is like a muscle. It's like your heart. You have to use it. You have to be aware of it. You have to feed it. You have to treat it right for it to have noticeable effects, for it to work for you appropriately. So turn on the belief faucet that you are worthy of positive change, dear heart, because whoop-bam! This change may be drastic, but it is no longer going to be debilitating in your mind. You are no longer going to be helpless, hopeless, at mercy of the universe. These changes are for the better. Haven't you learned that by now? How many times, and a guardian angel really how many times has your ass been saved? Like, truly. And if you don't think your ass is being saved, oh, child. Like, guardian angels, they work for ya, always. So, I mean, you could have been this close to slipping and cracking your head. It's like a battle of influencers up there in the ether. Like, who gets control of a person who isn't in control of themselves? But aren't we getting to that point? Aren't we getting to know ourselves so much that we are in control of ourselves and we can admit and we can make something happen? We are no longer believing the illusion of lack of love in any of its forms. We are not, and that's going to pay off. That's going to pay off. And you're gonna have positive changes in your 3D reality that will once again, seem unrelated to your love life. You will still have an absence of this person for now. You will still have, I don't want to say an escape. You will still have a purpose to fill that void with, but that's what we're talking about with you can always communicate. And there will be a positive outcome for your rough changes that are smoother sailings ahead as you tap in to your individual power. And you put your belief where you want it to be. Damn! Alrighty, y'all. If you stayed for all three, goddess bless. I hope you got something out of each and every one. And if you, yes, good luck to you. Thank you for being here. Group number 3 and all who decided to stay. I love y'all so much for loving yourself, okay? Take care, rock on, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.